Afternoon. Still persistent rain in Palm Beach County and starting to really taper off across the Treasure Coast. Massive storms still down around Miami and all the way back down into Lauderdale. Here's the radar. Live Viper 5 Max shows training showers and storms all the way from Belle Glade back along Southern Boulevard. The heaviest rain from Southern Boulevard and the airport south into Miami. And this is going to linger for at least the next couple of hours before it eventually moves off the coastline. Let's get down into some neighborhoods, show you what's going on. As far as Belle Glade, Del Rey, all the way up into Lake Worth, Boca, just persistent off and on showers and light to moderate rain through the evening. A rumble of thunder possible. Our lightning counter has been bumping up off and on during the afternoon and evening and starting to really settle down across North County from Jupiter and the Gardens. Just hit or miss showers through the Treasure Coast. But you notice in the last just few minutes that a lot of this line of rain that was pretty well defined even a half an hour ago is just falling apart. So a little light rain cutting across Okeechobee, and I think as the drier air moves in tonight, we'll see a big improvement through 7 and 8 o'clock. Now, the weather alert day continues until 8, but we may drop that off through 6 and 7 if this trend continues. And James Whelan's with me, tag teaming the weather this afternoon with the latest on the weather alert day and what we can expect. James.
Yeah, Steve, thanks a lot. And after analyzing all of this, we've decided to lower a few things out here that we were showing you earlier since the trends are for it going down. So let's take a look at that right now. And we see we really don't have a big tornado threat with this anymore, so I've lowered that to green. Hail too, that's about out. And still the gusty winds possible, 40 to 50 miles per hour with some of the strongest storm. We still do have lightning out there, and of course flooding. As long as it's raining, there's still some flooding potential on already saturated grounds where we did pick up a couple inches of rain real quick. Now let's go hour by hour on the forecast model here on Vipercast, and notice it's still showing a little bit around up into North County where it hasn't really come down a lot quite yet, and up along the Treasure Coast where it hasn't either by 7 o'clock. But then we really start to get rid of it, and now it's showing a little bit up along the Treasure Coast later at night, but nothing really strong there as it moves on off. So here's the forecast, hour by hour. Temperatures generally into the 70s now. We've cooled down. That thunderstorm threat starting to diminish. It'll be all but gone by 8 o'clock or so, and maybe even bumping it up a little bit earlier now. Steve?
Big afternoon and starting to improve. Good to see across all of our area. And of course, rain continues. We have a video to show you from earlier this afternoon. That was really the peak of the heavy rain for South Florida during the day, and it came down in buckets. Some spots picking over an inch and 2 of rain, and more on the way through the early evening hours. I'll have your forecast right into the weekend coming up.
Steve, thank you. Now, more on that tornado, a confirmed tornado spotted in Belle Glade.
News Channel 5's Jason Hackett is in Belle Glade for us. Jason?
Well, a couple of hours out here has made a world of difference. We can see blue skies peeking out, a little bit of sunshine. Earlier today, though, it was a different story. We got confirmation from the National Weather Service that around 2:44, a tornado touched down here in Belle Glade. The estimated strength was an EF0. So far, no damage has been reported. We've been driving around here for the past 10 minutes now. Not much damage cited here in Belle Glade. Of course, as I said, we just got here, so nothing so far. And of course, as I said, no damage so far from the National Weather Service. They say the tornado here lasted about 3 minutes. We're going to keep driving around town here in Belle Glade. We're going to see what we can see, and we'll bring that back to you guys. For now, back to you.
Jason, thank you. Our team of reporters keeping an eye on the roads, as you saw Jason doing here in Palm Beach County. We're keeping an eye on the Treasure Coast as well, though, as you heard, the weather not quite so bad there just yet. So we'll still be out there and about, being your eyes for you over the next hour and a half on into the late evening for the weather that is changing. Here comes summer.
For sure. News Channel 5's Michelle Casada has been checking out the conditions in Royal Palm Beach. Michelle?
Well, right now we are headed west on Southern Boulevard. We just passed Loxahatchee Groves Park, and it's pretty nasty out here. The further west you go, the more rain there is. There's not a lot of lightning or wind out here, but definitely a lot of drivers on the road, so be careful. When we were passing through the Royal Palm Beach area, we already saw some of those shopping plaza parking lots were starting to get a little flooded. So be careful if you're heading out of work and doing some shopping or running errands. If you can't see the road, chances are you shouldn't drive through that area. So just be careful. It's very wet out here, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on. For now, we're going to toss it back to you in the studio.
All right, Michelle, thank you. We've been receiving you report pictures and videos all afternoon from people throughout our area. We had some dark clouds and heavy rain, and all of it caught on camera. Very ominous shot right there being sent in by one of our U reporters, certainly driving on I-95. I can attest I wasn't safe enough to take a picture, but it was a parking lot out there and quite a mess. So if you were caught out in it, hopefully, well, you're probably watching from home now, so hopefully you don't have to venture out on the roads this evening. If you see news in the making, and again, it's always important, just only take it if it's safe to do so. You can upload it to the U Report section of PTV.com, post it on our Facebook page, or on our mobile app. Today is a very good day to use our Storm Shield app. The perfect day, really, to track the rain moving across the area. You can see live radar, and you can sign up for live text alerts as bad weather moves into your exact neighborhood. The Storm Shield app acts like a live weather radio on your iPhone or iPad, and you can download it from our WPTV.com.
An unarmed man shot by a deputy, and it was recorded by the camera mounted to the dash of the squad car tonight. This video, exclusively obtained by the Contact 5 investigators and the Palm Beach Post, is raising new questions about how the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office investigates shootings that involve their own. Contact 5 investigator Katie LeGrone joins us to explain why. Katie?
Michael, that video recorded from the deputy's dashboard camera shows then 20-year-old Dontrell Stevens armed with nothing but a cell phone when he was shot by a PBSO deputy back in 2013. What you can't see or hear are the commands the deputy claims he made before he pulled the trigger.
There is no recording of any commands ever made to Dontrell Stevens. The deputy sheriff, Lynn's statements, recorded statements following this shooting, were absolutely false.
And that coming from Dontrell Stevens' attorney. He is partially paralyzed today. He's suing the sheriff over the shooting. The sheriff's office not commenting on the case or this video because of that lawsuit. Now, there is much more to this video. We'll show you other critical moments never heard or seen before by the public and what we found after pouring through 15 years of police shootings in our area. The results of our joint investigation with the Palm Beach Post tonight at 11.
With now 4 confirmed cases of measles on the Treasure Coast, one local health department is asking residents there to retrace their steps. This after the department learned a child with measles visited the Port St. Lucie Civic Center before showing signs of the virus. News Channel 5's Katie Johnson reports for us from Port St. Lucie.
Well, health officials say we're still inside the window of when you might be showing symptoms of the measles. This after a 6-year-old girl with the virus came here to the Port St. Lucie Civic Center. Sylvia Perez is signing up her daughter for summer camp with the city of Port St. Lucie. It's the same place the 6-year-old girl with measles was on April 9th. According to city officials, the little girl came to this room at the Civic Center with her mom to sign up for camp as well.
No, it's scary just because it's close, you know, to your home, but it's a reality, and I think the more informed and educated we are, the better.
Sylvia's daughter goes to Fairlawn Elementary, the same school the child with measles attends. She says she's not worried, though, because her daughter is vaccinated. But she says parents sending their kids to camp should know if other children are vaccinated as well.
I mean, at least having the knowledge that there are to give you the option and choice to make a decision, an informed decision.
Right now, the health department isn't making any changes to the enrollment process with county-run camps, but officials there say they're considering it. In Port St. Lucie, camp staff only ask children for their birth certificate, but they don't have to show proof of vaccinations. As for those who came to the Civic Center around the same time as the 6-year-old girl, the health department says they should be aware of the signs of the virus.
And to our knowledge, she was only there for about 15 minutes with the mom, and her contact then was basically with the individuals that were doing the registration.
To prevent the spread of the measles, local health departments are advising parents to get their children vaccinated if they haven't done so already. In Port St. Lucie, Katie Johnson, WPTV News Channel 5.
There is hope once again for the old digital domain building in Port St. Lucie. A church is offering $13 million for the space. News Channel 5's Charlie Keegan has more on the proposal and what it means for the city of Port St. Lucie. Charlie.
It wasn't designed to be a church, of course, but Christ Fellowship Church says this old digital domain building could be a nice worship center up in Port St. Lucie. And take a look at this. It's a check for $13 million. Today, we are learning that the church has the money to make a deal. So now it's up to city leaders to decide if they're on board. They built this to attract an animation company here to town to create jobs and jumpstart the economy. Instead, the city is about millions of dollars in debt and paying hundreds of thousands of dollars a year a year to maintain and secure this building which it owns. Selling it to the church would not eliminate all the debt, but a city spokesperson says it would clear up money for roads, emergency services, and other city functions.
Or we'd much rather put that money toward other services. We have so many other things that are competing for that money right now.
Christ Fellowship Church is based in Palm Beach Gardens. It is not commenting about its offer. A spokeswoman, though, did say that the church serves about 300 families in Port St. Lucie. Now, this has to go to a public hearing, 2 public hearings before it can become official. That second public hearing is scheduled for May 11th. Now, both sides, the city and the church, hope that if they reach a deal, they can close that deal in July. Now, I've been going through the church's offer sheet, and we'll have more information up at 6 o'clock about any kind of potential economic impact this sale could have. In Port St. Lucie, Charlie Keegan, WPTV News Channel 5.
Ahead, the safest bike in history, why an inventor hopes it could help people reluctant to cycle get in the saddle.
Facebook is helping its users say goodbye to phone calls from unknown numbers and hello to the face behind them. We'll show you how.
And we continue to follow the breaking weather story. Strong storms moving through our area right now. Storm Team 5 Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel has your most accurate weather forecast just minutes away.
It's early morning. You're up because, well, the work never stops.
The weather team is so important to me because I need accurate, reliable information.
WPTV Storm Team 5, only in one neighborhood that matters, yours.
I have to know what and where the weather is happening.
Showcasing the storm from every angle.
I'm watching and waiting on that radar to find out what my afternoon's going to look like.
Storm Team 5, the only morning weather team. Today on 5 on WPTV News Channel 5.
Announcing Edmore's Delray Toyota's ultimate buyback event. Your trade is in high demand, so we're paying top dollar. Lease a new 2015 Camry LE for only $89 a month, or buy a Camry for $13,988. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
Johnny, what are you pointing at? 3,500 vehicles that gotta go at Arrigo during the award season event. Get Grand Slam savings on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Rams. Up to $14,000 off MSRP. Get the low price that's made Arrigo the #1 volume dealer in Florida for 12 years in a row. Plus, our banks want to say, yes, you're approved. I bet you can't hit my loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop. Oops. You better get your checkbook out. That's gonna be a lot of TVs to repair. You gotta go Arrigo. West Palm, Fort Pierce, Sawgrass.
The lightest or nothing. The smartest or nothing. The quietest or nothing. The sleekest, sexiest, baddest, safest, tightest, harshest or nothing. At Mercedes-Benz, we do things one way or we don't do them at all. The 2015 C-Class. The best or nothing. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
The incredible Rooms to Go spring sale starts at 10 a.m. Saturday, April 25th. And for 10 days only, take advantage of amazing once-a-season store-wide sale prices designed to clear the way for new styles. Get huge savings on hundreds of special clearance items, irresistible sale prices on Cindy Crawford Home, the Sofia Vergara collection, and Ultimate TV packages. Plus, finance interest-free until January 2018. Again, the Rooms to Go spring sale starts at 10 a.m. Saturday, April 25th.
This will change everything. The all-new Brayman Audi, opening May 2015.
Announcing Edmore's Delray Toyota's ultimate buyback event at Edmore's Delray Toyota. Your trade is in high demand, so we're paying top dollar. Lease a new 2015 Corolla L for $69 a month, or buy a Corolla for $12,988. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
A very colorful radar on this weather alert day, as you can see. Mainly from West Palm Beach south are the people still dealing with the rain, except for some folks out in the Okeechobee area. We'll have the very latest updated from Steve Weigel in just a couple minutes.
Jamel Lene keeping an eye on the roads for you in western Boynton Beach.
That's right. She joins us now near 441. Jamel.
Well, we are here on 441. We're going southbound. We just turned off of Boynton Beach Boulevard. We were in Palm Beach Gardens a little bit earlier. Rain wasn't too bad there, but it's a different story here in West Boynton Beach. Let me show you what the roadway looks like here. As you can see, the rain coming down a lot harder. The roadways are very slick in this area. So again, be cautious as you prepare to leave work and head home or wherever you are coming from. We did see some road rangers out on I-95 southbound a few minutes ago. They were attending to drivers pulled over. Didn't look too serious. Looked like they had several flat tires, but nothing that's slowing down traffic on the interstate. But again, as you can see here, visibility pretty moderate. It's not too bad except for the water that's kicking back on the windshield. But again, you want to go slow. Give yourselves enough room between you and the other driver. Again, we're heading down towards Delray Beach, where it's also raining. We'll be checking back in to give you a look at the roadway. Again, if we see any major accidents or any roads that may be blocked because of these storms, we will pass that information along. Back to you.
Health alert now. The Centers for Disease Control altering some of its graphic anti-smoking ads after some complaints. You've seen these ads on TV. Well, some of the ads feature Julia, a former smoker who developed colon cancer and had to have an ostomy bag. The United Ostomy Associations of America found the language offensive and stereotyped people who had intestinal surgery.
Heavy drinking and binge drinking are said to be on the rise in the United States, and we're learning women are a big part of this trend. Researchers at the University of Washington say they focused on Americans 21 and older. Nationwide, women's binge drinking rates increased over 11% more than that of their male counterparts between 2005 and 2012. A new study suggests people with more demanding jobs may survive longer after being diagnosed with front temporal dementia. This form of dementia, which affects language and behavior but not memory, tends to strike younger people who typically live 6 to 10 years after symptoms emerge. Researchers found patients with more professional occupations like lawyers or engineers survived about 3 years longer than those in more blue-collar occupations. Occupational level was not linked with longer survival among people with Alzheimer's disease.
With all the hype surrounding wearables such as smartwatches these days, a new survey finds tech leaders see wearables working in the workplace. Robert Half Technology polled more than 2,400 chief information officers of U.S. companies with more than 100 or more employees in 24 big cities. 81% of them said that they do believe wearable computing devices, such as those smartwatches or glasses, will become common workplace tools.
Facebook is helping its users say goodbye to phone calls from unknown numbers. Don't those drive you nuts? And hello to the face behind them. Facebook's testing a new ID app called Hello that instantly matches phone numbers to Facebook profiles, even if the number's not saved in the user's phone. That way you see who's calling. When the number doesn't match a Facebook profile, users can see how many people have blocked the number and can choose to block the number as well.
A British entrepreneur has designed what he calls the safest bike in history. Now he hopes it could help those reluctant to cycle get in the saddle.
I hope it'll be huge. I mean, I think there's for every person that currently cycles, there's undoubtedly 2 or 3 that would if only it were safer.
Crispin Sinclair and his team created the Babel bike. Sinclair says the protective cage positioned around the rider, combined with a double seat belt and a host of other security or safety features rather, make it very safe. The Babel bike will be manufactured in both pedal, electric, and fully human-powered models.
Get the cardio going. Severe weather sweeping across northeast Louisiana, and it's caught on tape. A man in Delhi, Louisiana, shot this video from a carport during the microburst. He was mowing a friend's lawn when all this suddenly came up. He was locked out of the house when the storm hit. Trees and power lines snapped, homes damaged. The National Weather Service says there's no indication it was a tornado, but a reminder again, Mother Nature at work.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Amazing seeing that wind and that rain go over the windshield, too. Shows you how strong the winds are. We had strong winds here this afternoon, too. 62 miles an hour in Pahokee on the eastern side of the lake. Even a tornado reported and confirmed around Belglade. That was a little after 3 o'clock this afternoon. finally is starting to calm down. We issued a weather alert day, of course, at noon to let everyone know about the strong and just a wild weather. We certainly had that. We pretty much checked off all the boxes for our weather alert day. No reports of any hail, but we had the strong winds and heavy rainfall that is now quickly moving off the coast. And the last of the showers and really moderate rain will end in the next hour to hour and a half. So we'll continue the weather alert day through 6:30, but the chances for significant lightning strikes or gusty winds quickly coming to an end as the back edge of this starts to roll off the coastline. A little pocket of heavy rainfall around the Turnpike and Atlantic Avenue, up around Boynton Beach, that'll quickly move to the coastline. Everything's moving about 25 to 30 miles an hour, really clearing out nicely through Jupiter all the way down into West Palm now, back through Wellington, the Acreage. The last of the showers pulling through on the Treasure Coast, much quieter than it was earlier today, where we saw pretty good rains almost everywhere. So the weather alert day, as I said, we'll keep it until about 6:30, but really settling down quickly. We still have the chance for a little bit of lightning, really no tornado threat at this point. Winds anywhere from 20 to 30 in some of these squalls that move through. No hail reported, and certainly we have a little bit of ponding on the roadways because of the heavy weather, but things draining nicely. No reports of any kind of significant flooding. So through midnight and 1:30 in the morning, clearing out. That means some sunshine for tomorrow. There's 5 and 6 in the morning, looking good. A light shower possible, but nothing too significant. This model really doesn't want to fire up anything significant right through Friday afternoon. It's going to be warm and humid, though, so I think we can't rule out a stray shower storm right into Friday, right into the day and afternoon and early evening hours. Seas tomorrow, 2 to 3, light shot for the inland waters, and a shower storm possible. Overnight forecast, 70. Showers and rumble of thunder through about the next hour to hour and a half, clearing later tonight. Tomorrow, looking at more sunshine, but it really heating up. We only hit 85 today. We'll be 88 tomorrow. Isolated showers and perhaps a rumble of thunder. Not as wild as today, though. In the 7-day forecast, we crank up the heat Saturday and Sunday. Low 90s. We may set a record on Sunday for our daytime high. And cooler weather, yeah, it's still showing up on the weather models for next Thursday, actually Wednesday night and Thursday, as we drop down to 82 for our daytime high. We haven't been 82 in a long time, so it'll be a nice change in lower humidity, too.
One principal parked her vehicle, apparently not giving too much thought to where exactly she parked it. Find out why she's now receiving a lesson herself.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
At Best Smith Kia, you get big savings on our huge selection of over 1,000 Kias. Savings as far as the eye can see. They go on and on and on and on.
You deserve nothing less than the best. You deserve Mercedes-Benz of Delray, where you get the best for less than you'd expect. Like a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 for $339 a month. Or a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz E350 Sports Sedan, $439 a month. Only at Mercedes-Benz of Delray. Get the best for less than you'd expect. MercedesFLA.com.
Yeah, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I tried so hard, I can't ride above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
We've been the winter capital of harness racing since 1964. Enjoy live horse racing October through June. Details at the IslePompanoPark.com. Isle Casino Pompano Park.
It is a weak man who urges compromise.
The Cadillac 2015 SRX. Lease it from around $339 per month. Visit AutoNation Cadillac and Ed Morse Cadillac Delray.
I may be a pizza maker, but I know a few things about dessert. Like chocolate and more chocolate.
Introducing our new double chocolate chip brownie. It's a rich and decadent brownie served warm for only $6.
Better ingredients, better pizza,
papajohns.com.
Which car company is the first and only to offer built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi in cars, trucks, and crossovers? Ranking from top to bottom.
I'm going to say Mercedes is the innovator.
BMW just because they're pricey.
The final answer? Chevy.
This model has the Wi-Fi in it?
Yep.
That's the dream, to have Wi-Fi in the car.
Right now, qualified current GM lessees can get this sign and drive lease on a 2015 Chevy Malibu LT for around $211 per month. See your South Florida Chevy dealer.
And on. Plus, they're backed by our low price or its free guarantee. And free tires and batteries for life. Savings as far as the eye can see. At Best Smith Kia, saving you the most on the Treasure Coast.
Covering America, lawyers for John Hinckley, the man who shot President Reagan and 3 others 34 years ago, is back in court, arguing for the full-time release from a mental hospital. John Hinckley Jr. now spends 17 days a month with his mother in Williamsburg, Virginia. Now he and his doctors say he should be released full-time with conditions. The government is fighting this. A final decision may not come for months.
2 people hospitalized after some bad weather and severe turbulence caused a Delta Airlines flight from Paris to be diverted to Boston instead of New York. Delta Flight 271 with 180 passengers and 11 crew members was diverted after encountering a dangerous weather system. Passengers described it as the most turbulent flight they had ever taken. The turbulence was so bad, people throughout the plane were getting sick. The injuries, though, thankfully, were minor.
A principal in Georgia parks her Jeep inside a school exitway to protect it from storms, but some parents are upset. Others say it's an incident being blown out of proportion. Cherokee County Schools have not said whether they'll take disciplinary action on this unusual parking arrangement.
We continue to follow breaking weather this afternoon. Strong storms moving through our area. The Treasure Coast not so bad right now, with the exception of Okeechobee and Buckhead Ridge. Steve Weagle back with your complete forecast coming up.
Business Report on WPTV is sponsored by your local Toyota dealers.
Edmor's is gonna save you. Announcing Edmor's Delray Toyota's ultimate buyback event. Your trade is in high demand, so we're paying top dollar. Lease a new 2015 Camry LE for only $89 a month, or buy a Camry for $13,988. Visit DelrayToyota.com.
So, if you have a flat tyre, dead battery, need a tow, or lock your keys in the car, Geico's Emergency Roadside Assistance is there 24/7. Oh dear, I got a flat tyre. Yeah, can you find a take where it's a bit more dramatic on that last line, yeah? Yeah, I got it right here.
Someone help me! I have a flat tire!
Well, it's good for me. What do you think?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome to Subway. What can I make for you?
How about something from our new Mediterranean collection? Tender chicken or steak with feta cheese, cucumbers, black olives, and a creamy tzatziki sauce. Hurry in today.
Subway. Eat fresh.
In commodities, rawhide bones are up, while pig ears traded even for the day. Celebrating Bastille Days.
Lease a new Forester for $169 a month at Schumacher Subaru.
Schumacher Subaru. Come join the family.
The incredible Rooms to Go spring sale starts at 10 a.m. Saturday, April 25th. And for 10 days only, take advantage of amazing once-a-season store-wide sale prices designed to clear the way for new styles. Get huge savings on hundreds of special clearance items, irresistible sale prices on Cindy Crawford Home, the Sofia Vergara collection, and Ultimate TV packages. Plus, finance interest-free until January 2018. Again, the Rooms to Go spring sale starts at 10 a.m. Saturday, April 25th.
Get Grand Slam savings during the awards season event at Arrigo Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Up to $14,000 off MSRP. Plus, our banks want to say, yes, you're approved at Florida's #1 volume dealer for 12 years in a row. You gotta go, Arrigo. West Palm, Fort Pierce, Sawgrass.
Announcing Edmor's Delray Toyota's ultimate buyback event. Your trade is in high demand, so we're paying top dollar. Sign and drive a new 2015 RAV4. Lease for $239 a month, 0 down. Or buy for $21,488.
It's Edmor.
Visit DelRayToyota.com.
Right now, it appears the worst is over on this weather alert day. The radar showing far less rainfall and severe weather than we saw earlier.
This afternoon, strong storms did spawn that tornado in Belle Glade. This video taken by a U reporter not far from the Okeechobee Dike. Our team of meteorologists tracking all of this. Our reporters are spanned out as well. We begin, though, with Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel standing by with the very latest. Steve?
Yes, it's starting to quiet down. Good news. We still have some rain on the Palm Beach County side. The Treasure Coast, just isolated showers and obviously very gray sky. But the big storms that rolled through earlier moved through so quickly, about 25, 30 miles an hour. Almost everything is to the south or off the coast at this point. And our radar beams, our Power of 5 radar network, showing a much quiet weather situation than even an hour ago. There is one exception, though, and that would be South County, where heavy rain lingers around Atlantic Avenue. There's the Turnpike 441, 95. It's moving from Delray. Atlantic Avenue really has the heaviest rain right now. Moving into Highland Beach and Boca around Yamato and Clint Moore in the next hour. A little farther north, not very much farther. You can see it's quiet now after earlier heavy storms, and the Treasure Coast has some rainfall moving through Okeechobee that won't last much longer. Good to see. Nice to see a big improvement in our weather from earlier this afternoon. So we're keeping a close eye on that. And current temperatures are really starting to cool off too, which is nice. So as we get into this evening, here's what we're looking at. We're still going to continue the weather alert day for about 45 minutes. Things really settling down, though. Still the chance for a lightning strike. No tornado threat, although we had that confirmed tornado in Belle Glade earlier. Our winds 20 to 30 and that gusty cell that's moving through South County. No hail reported today. We did have some localized street flooding here and there. So looking good through the evening. Very, very pleasant weather situation through about 8 and 9 o'clock tonight. And looking good. And here's James Wieland, who is looking at the latest as far as our hour-by-hour forecast. James.
Steve, thanks a lot. Like you said, things moving on pretty quickly here, a little bit quicker. And so we're tapering down on the thunderstorm chance, and we're going to say the rain ending now instead of by 9 or 10. We're going to say more like 7 or 8 o'clock. We'll get rid of the rain. Still a possibility of a few popping up through the evening hours, but not as widespread as what we've had throughout the afternoon. So some isolated spots. We'll see rain up through about 9, and then things starting to clear on out. Steve?
Good news, James, and thank you. We're watching the weather, and of course, things really quiet now compared to earlier today. We'll talk about the weekend forecast coming up.
Steve, thanks. And if you can safely take any pictures of any potential damage that may have been left behind because of these storms that are moving through, or if you're encountering any wicked weather out there at the moment, Steve's indicating it's mostly past, but if you happen to have some lingering out there, if you can safely snap a photo or upload some video, go to YouReport on our website, and you can post anything you have on our Facebook page.
It is hard to tell in this surveillance video, but a West Boca mom says a coyote came after her 2-year-old daughter and her small dog. Now she wants the neighborhood to be on alert. News Channel 5's Brian Enton is live in West Boca, where experts say the coyotes are multiplying. Brian.
Jay, when you're in these beautiful West Boca neighborhoods, it is easy to forget that we are so close to the Everglades and other wildlife preserves. So there are coyotes around. Most, obviously, are not aggressive, but one mom says what happened to her last night has her terrified. Becky Mancini, her 2-year-old Sophia, and the family dog were in this spot last night when it happened.
Right behind us runs up a coyote, tried to get my neighbor's dog, then went after my 2-year-old, and then tried getting my dog.
A neighbor's surveillance camera was rolling.
Scared that my dog was going to be mauled by the coyote, or that my child was going to be mauled by the coyote.
A neighbor snapped this photo of the coyote from a window.
A lot of these newer developments are really on the edge of wilderness areas, and they have easy access for coyotes to move in.
Wildlife expert David Hitzig says coyotes do not have many predators, so they are multiplying.
Unfortunately, everybody wants somebody to go and catch the coyotes and take them away. Guess what? It really isn't going to do anything.
Neighborhoods in Wellington even handing out these flyers, a guide to living with urban coyotes.
You think the association would notify all the neighbors and tell them? No.
Just like with gators, Hitzig says use common sense. Stay away from the coyotes, and they'll usually stay away from you.
Everybody wants the wildlife to go away, but it's just not going to happen.
They're getting too close. They're getting too close. It's just too close for comfort for me.
While aggressive coyotes are extremely rare, experts say if you are nervous walking at night, you can bring a soda can, fill it with coins, and shake it up if you see a coyote. They say that will definitely scare the coyote away. Live in West Boca, Brian Enton, WPTV News Channel 5.
New at 5:30 tonight, a sweep of more than 6,000 gas stations across our state led to the discovery of skimmers at 81 gas stations. Skimmers are devices that allow someone to illegally obtain your credit card and lift it, your debit card or your credit card information from gas stations. They were found at gas stations from Miami all the way to the Florida Panhandle. In our viewing area, by the way, skimmers were found at 8 gas stations in Palm Beach County, 3 in Martin County and 1 in St. Lucie County. No skimmers were found in Indian River or Okeechobee counties during this sweep. Only on 5 tonight, the mother of a bipolar man shot and killed a year ago by a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy today filed a wrongful death lawsuit. Contact 5 investigators Katie LeGrone is breaking down the details of this latest lawsuit from a police shooting. Katie?
Shannon, 28-year-old Matthew Paulo called for help from the sheriff's office on the night of April 2nd, 2014. He wasn't feeling well and wanted police to take him to get help for his mental health issues. The sheriff's office said Paulo had a screwdriver and charged at the deputy. But the suit alleges Paulo was unarmed, posed no threat to the deputies, was 30 feet away when he was shot 3 times in the back.
That's like the ironic part of all this is just like him calling them for help and then just he got everything but help.
We know that he was on the phone with the police at the time. We know that he was shot in the back. So it really puts at issue a lot of the things that the sheriff's office has stated happened during this shooting.
And this case is still being investigated by the state attorney's office. We reported last month that those investigations usually are completed within just a few months. And so to go to full year is unusual. Now, as a policy, PBSO does not comment on any pending litigation. Our investigation into police shootings continues. Tonight at 6, the dash cam video showing a shooting of an unarmed black man. And at 11, we reveal the results of what we found in a joint investigation with the Palm Beach Post into all police shootings in our area over the last 15 years. The disturbing patterns we found in how these shootings are investigated. That's tonight at 11. Katie LeGrone, WPTV News Channel 5.
Katie, thank you. Well, today, the superintendent of Miami-Dade County Schools is announcing the district is eliminating end-of-course exams for elementary school students. Superintendent Alberto Carvalho tweeted, "Need to respect the educational environment and restore teaching time. #StudentsFirst." This comes on the heels of more login issues when students across the state tried to take the Florida Standards Assessment test on Monday.
2 times every single year, Panama City Beach in the Florida Panhandle welcomes some of our nation's wounded heroes into their community to honor them as part of Warrior Beach Retreat. That's the name of it. But a recent trip took a bad turn, a really bad turn, when some college students failed to show the vets the respect they deserve.
For the past 6 years, injured soldiers have gone to Panama City Beach in the Florida Panhandle to connect with their fellow veterans and enjoy some downtime.
This retreat has just been an eye-opener. It's been more amazing than I ever thought it would be.
The community there has always gone above and beyond to give them a hero's welcome. However, during this Warrior Beach retreat, it was a different story when it comes to some other visitors. Some veterans say they now know how Vietnam vets felt when they came home from battle. They say they were subjected to some of the same harassment by a group of college students.
They actually spit on me and my service dog as well. You know, and it's just so disrespectful, and it hurts, really. You know, I come and I feel honored and I feel safe and like I belong, and now I feel like I'm defending myself.
Linda Cope, founder of the Warrior Beach Retreat, says she has never seen such disgusting behavior.
They're a total disgrace for our military. They were urinating on the American flag. They were throwing things off of the balcony.
These injured soldiers were staying at the Lake Town Wharf Resort at the same time that students in the fraternity Zeta Beta Tau from University of Florida and Emory University were in town for their spring formal.
And I have not stood up and said anything about spring break because we constantly want to get the support of the community. But if this is at all indicative of what these college students do, we need to get rid of it.
Veterans say it comes down to respect for our country.
There was a group of very intoxicated college kids that actually ripped the American flag out of the ground and was trying to run around with it.
Cope did receive an apology letter from the president of the University of Florida, who said he has now started his own investigation.
I said, do your investigating, but I want to know what you're going to do. What are you going to do? I think they all should be put on probation. I'm hoping that this will make a dramatic change in their life to realize they do not need to take the sacrifice and the service of these men and women in vain.
Incredible story, isn't it? While the president of the University of Florida is investigating and very apologetic, Emory University, leaders there saying they too are investigating along with the chapter of the fraternity. But so far they say, Emory officials are saying they have turned up no evidence that any of their students were actually involved.
A popular vacuum now the subject of a recall. Find out which models and why.
And rescuers may have felt a little like Spider-Man today. What prompted them to climb this tower?
You need to be fearful.
There are a lot of issues with the sheriff's office.
James is gun and he starts shooting and shooting and shooting.
How could he have been charging someone but got shot in the back?
We need answers.
It has everybody concerned.
I woke up in the hospital.
It clearly is not good. We keep asking ourselves, how do unarmed people get shot?
The public is owed the truth.
An unprecedented one-year investigation. Line of Fire. Tonight at 11.
We'll have you smiling again. Ferber Dental Group.
Tired of your denture covering the roof of your mouth or your lower plate moving around? Here's the solution. Using the newest technology, Ferber Dental Group can make you teeth that snap in. You'll eat the foods you love with no need for messy glues. Ferber can do your treatment for far less money with affordable payment plans. So get your life back. Call us today. We'll have you smiling again.
Mention NBC for a special offer. This is what you might find at their new car sale. And this is what you'll find at AutoNation. When it comes to sale prices, we don't clown around.
The AutoNation Savings Event has been extended. Get a new 2015 Ford Fusion or a new 2015 Ford Escape. Your choice, just $149 a month. Who you gonna call? AutoNation! AutoNation Ford with 4 South Florida locations.
The fact is, most people paid less at AutoNation.
Good call on these chicken cordon bleu subs.
I know, right? Mixing it up.
We should totally do this for the rest of the things in our lives. Live spontaneously. Wear cowboy hats.
I'm gonna let my hair grow.
Become meteorologists. I mean, let's do this.
Yes! Hang on, I got a 1:30.
So after that?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta pick up the kids. Maybe we just get these subs again tomorrow.
Oh, now you're talking. Take cover, America.
Our Publix Deli Chicken Cordon Bleu Sub is served hot and bursting with unique flavors. And with online easy ordering, you can try something totally different and totally delicious. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
I work at the Palm Beach County Club.
I love my job, and I love the people I work with.
We're family. We care about each other.
And we care about our community.
We believe in giving back.
And getting involved.
Because we know that people are what matters most.
I am.
I am.
I am Palm Beach County Club.
In the land of constant summer, it's time for a spring celebration. Schumacher, known for the best value in the Palm Beaches, presents a celebration deal on the award-winning Chevy Silverado, a work-and-play truck engineered with high-strength steel that surrounds you in safety. Drive away with $11,000 in savings on Silverado at Schumacher. Talk about a reason to celebrate.
For the best Chevy experience in the Palm Beaches, come join the family at Schumacher.
A 25-year-old man had to be rescued from a cell phone tower behind a Panama City TV station this morning. Bay County police say he was kicked out of a local bar and was escorted back to his motel. But when he went back out, he started climbing the tower. That's when he got stuck and had to call for help from 160 feet up. It took 2 hours to complete the rescue mission. The man is now facing trespassing charges.
The U.S. Department of Justice will review the Tampa Police Department's enforcement of bicycle laws. This after an investigation found that 79% of that agency's bike tickets were going to black residents. The probe revealed Tampa police issue more bicycle tickets than any other agency in the state of Florida, including those in Jacksonville, Miami, St. Petersburg, and Orlando combined. Federal officials have been asked to review the program.
Well, 4 models of Shark brand vacuums are being recalled due to a potential shock hazard. The company says the aluminum wand on some models can disconnect from the cleaner's handle and remain energized with electricity. The vacuums are either maroon or purple in color and have a clear plastic middle section. This affects about 140,000 items. They are sold in stores and throughout infomercials. Consumers should stop using them immediately and contact Europro to receive a free replacement wand. The Philadelphia Eagles revealed the real reason they just signed Tim Tebow.
And the dangerous product that Home Depot officials say they are ready to pull off store shelves.
Still some rain on the radar and a weather alert day continues, although it will be discontinued at 6:30. A last of the showers working through. Do we get another round tomorrow? And what about the weekend? Your forecast coming up. Robert McGill Air Conditioning, we focus on 3 basic principles to offer you plain, old-fashioned good service. Answer the phone, show up the same day, fix the problem, even on the weekends. Call Robert McGill Air Conditioning. We won't disappoint you.
You deserve nothing less than the best. You deserve Mercedes-Benz of Delray, where you get the best for less than you'd expect. Like a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 for $339 a month. Or a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz E350 Sports Sedan, $439 a month. Only at Mercedes-Benz of Delray. Get the best for less than you'd expect. MercedesFLA.com.
It is a weak man who urges compromise.
The Cadillac 2015 SRX. Lease it from around $339 per month. Visit AutoNation Cadillac and Ed Morse Cadillac Delray.
Nicholas Children's Hospital. For health, for life.
Johnny, why are you dressed like that? Pardon the dust, Jimmy, but you heard the news. We got Alfa Romeo. I'm out there building the all-new state-of-the-art Arrigo Alfa Romeo Fiat store. Johnny, let the professionals do that. We need to sell all these Fiats and get them out of the way. While the building's going up, prices are going down. Like a 2015 Fiat 500 for $189 a month. Sign and drive.
And remaining 2014 Fiats up to $6,000 off MSRP.
Hey, Jimmy, where's my office? Right where it always is, next to the bathroom.
Buildings going up, prices going down at Arrigo Alfa Romeo Fiat, West Palm.
Robert McGill Air Conditioning, we focus on 3 basic principles to offer you plain, old-fashioned good service. Answer the phone, show up the same day, fix the problem, even on the weekends. Call Robert McGill Air Conditioning. We won't disappoint you.
Weather on WPTV is sponsored by Kibbe Wagner Attorneys at Law.
Developing right now, Philadelphia Eagles personnel chief Ed Marinowitz says Tim Tebow's passing skills have improved and he was signed to compete for a spot at quarterback. This is the first time we have heard from anyone from the team publicly discussing Tim Tebow since the Eagles signed him to a 1-year contract on Monday. Marinowitz says the team saw a, quote, great deal of improvement in the Gator alum since he last played in the NFL. He said Tebow's role will be determined by his performance.
Scientists at UC San Diego have produced an eco-friendly surfboard. The Now's digital producer Rachel Leto here with the unexpected material these boards are made of. Rachel?
Shannon, this is really cool. So researchers found a way to create surfboards without using fossil fuels and instead are using algae. The project began several months ago when undergraduate biology students at UC San Diego, working with Dr. Stephen Mayfield, produced biofuels from algae. The students teamed up with undergrad chemistry students to create a surfboard core from algae oil. Now, the algae-based surfboards are white and indistinguishable sustainable from most polyurethane surfboards made exclusively from petroleum. The algae-based boards would help environmentally conscious surfers feel better about their relationship with the ocean. And right now, the only option for eco-conscious wave riders is to go for an old-school wood board, which are expensive. The Algae Core boards would provide another option for surfers looking for a board from something more sustainable. Shannon?
Seems like everybody's looking for that stuff these days. I'm sure they'll be wildly popular. Rachel, thanks. And you can catch Rachel's segments every day here on News Channel 5. She's on a little show called The Now. It airs at 4 o'clock. And don't forget to follow her on Twitter and like The Now South Florida on Facebook.
Right now, customers who ordered Apple Watches are being notified that their watches have shipped. Customers can track them as they go out for delivery. Online orders of the new watch are still severely back ordered, but Apple says that some orders will ship earlier than they first expected. Well, thanks to Norwegian, there is such a thing as a booze cruise. The cruise line says starting in January, it will offer some free booze to attract more customers on short cruises out of Miami. This will include beer, wine, spirits, and soda up to $11 on the Norwegian Sky. This particular ship sails from Miami on 3- and 4-day cruises. The company decided to offer free drinks to help boost demand rather than slash prices, which is an industry standard.
It is a weather alert day, and we had some wild weather earlier, but it's starting to improve in a dramatic way. All the storms moving about 30 miles an hour off the coast. They're down around Miami and Lauderdale, and even a little bit of blue sky starting to show up now. We're going to keep the alert day in effect till 6:30 tonight, but most of the heavy rainfall has now moved off the coast. You can see our radar sites getting a little bit of a break after the earlier storms, but our Miami radar is still picking up some really good rains. Look at how quick. This was a real heavy rain cell over Del Rey. 25 minutes ago, it's almost completely off the coast now, and just stray showers in behind that. A couple of stray showers around Belglade. Here's a closer look. So from about Atlantic Avenue down through into Clintmore, Yamato, Palmetto Park, along 95 and the Turnpike, FAU, we also have a few showers, but ending quickly. North County, very quiet after earlier rain, and up on the Treasure Coast. The little cell is fired up around Fort Drum. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Some of the models want to pop up some good rains here this evening, but because so much dry air is settled in, it's going to be difficult to get things going, and we're in that race now with sunset that comes up about 7:30 as far as the daytime heating. Once we lose that, it's going to be very difficult to get more storms here. So weather alert day, and we've dropped the threats, obviously. A few lightning strikes are possible into the evening. That Fort Drum cell has a potential for a couple of rumbles of thunder. Tornado threat is now gone. Winds 20, 25 miles an hour. No hail reported today. We had some ponding on roadways because of the heavy rain, but nothing too significant. So we'll keep in a few showers through about 8 o'clock tonight. Then slow clearing after that. Temperatures dropping down into the low 70s, and some clouds mixed in with a starry sky through 2, 3, and 4 in the morning. Lyrid meteor shower still taking place tonight. It peaked last night, but you still may see a shooting star too tonight. So keep your eye to the sky, especially after midnight. 2 a.m. looking nice, clear sky tomorrow. This is our Vipercast model. It doesn't want to spin up anything too significant, but I've thrown in a shower storm for tomorrow. Best bet is in the afternoon, and we're looking at a pretty quiet Saturday on the way. Our wave heights 1 to 2 feet, and tomorrow they climb just a touch. Will be 1 to 3. Northwest winds tomorrow. That's a little unusual this time of year. Northwest at 5 to 10 and a light chop. Overnight forecast 70. Any rain that's still out there ends in the next couple of hours, then clearing late evening and overnight. Tomorrow 88. More sunshine, warm, isolated shower, perhaps a rumble of thunder. Nothing too significant, though, certainly not like today. In the 7-day forecast, oh, hello heat. 80, or I should say 91, 92 for Saturday and Sunday, near record highs. And a cool front showing up on the weather maps for next Wednesday night. Low 80s. That would be a nice change. It arrives about a week from now.
That is a cold snap, Steve. Thanks. Looking forward to it. Now to a health alert tonight. A new type of therapy may be just as effective as medication for treating depression. Experts studied 2 groups of patients with major depression. One was given antidepressants. The other attended a kind of therapy which trains the mind to resist damaging thoughts. Over 2 years, both of these groups had similar relapse rates. Experts say this therapy could be a good option for people who don't want to take antidepressants long term.
What will your children do this summer? Will they turn into couch potatoes? A new YMCA report finds many children not only take a break from school, but also from healthier habits. In fact, 64% of kids spend at least 3 hours a day on a computer playing video games or watching TV during the summer. Only half get at least an hour of exercise a day, and the quality of children's diets tends to slip as well.
We were outside all day and all right into the evening until dinner time when we were kids.
That's right. Running
Never
around.
inside.
Yeah.
Planning to spruce up your home this spring? Up next, a look at which items to buy and which to avoid at a popular home improvement store.
HD News on WPTV is sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
It's time. Time you knew that Motor Trend's 2015 Car of the Year isn't Toyota or Honda. It's Volkswagen. Time you experience how Volkswagen raised the bar. And now is the time to act. Get affordable German engineering in a new Jetta for just $139 a month or zero down. Lease the new Passat for only $169 a month or zero down. Or buy either with 0% for 72 months. Plus, get $1,000 cash back. It's time you made the switch to a Volkswagen.
It's time for the Sweet Corn Fiesta. Come to Yesteryear Village Sunday, April 26th for some butter-licking good time. See Tom Jackson in concert. Food, fun, and games for the whole family. Opens at 11. The Sweet Corn Fiesta. It's irresistible.
Gunther Volkswagen's grand opening celebration continues. And for the past 45 years, no one sells more Volkswagen vehicles than Gunther. Right now, you can choose from over 1,200 new Volkswagen vehicles and save thousands at an all-new Gunther Volkswagen location close to you. Like this special lease offer on a new 2015 Jetta from $119 a month. Get to South Florida's most convenient Volkswagen dealer today to save big.
For 45 years, satisfying customers, one handshake at a time.
That's why you got to get to Gunther.
Come on, Serena. Fight.
All right, Rockets. I bet we can do it even
It took tennis legend Serena Williams, fencing champion Tim Morehouse, and the Rockettes years to master their craft, but only moments to master paying bills at Chase.com, depositing checks at the ATM, and transferring funds on the mobile app. Technology designed for you, so you can easily master the way you bank.
Get the luxury you want, the value you need, and the performance you crave at Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Vista BMW in Pompano Beach. You get it all.
Drive the legendary 3 Series for only $296 a month and pay nothing out of pocket for maintenance.
Shop the area's #1 selection of new BMWs. What are you waiting for? Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Pompano Beach, where luxury meets value.
I may be a pizza maker, but I know a few things about dessert, like chocolate and more chocolate.
Introducing our new double chocolate chip brownie. It's a rich and decadent brownie, served warm for only $6.
Better ingredients, better pizza. PapaJohns.com.
What does high-strength, roll-formed steel look like? Like this. Chevy Silverado. High-strength steel for high-strength dependability. Current Chevy owners can get this Silverado 1500 for a total value of $9,000, plus 1 year of Sirius XM with every MLB game. See your South Florida Chevy dealer.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
Home Depot says by the end of the year, it will stop selling vinyl flooring that contains a toxic group of chemicals known as phthalates. Phthalates are considered dangerous to children and are commonly found in flooring at levels which exceed U.S. safety standards for kids' toys and clothes. The home improvement store is the first major retailer to eliminate the toxic chemicals.
Home Depot certainly offers do-it-yourselfers the convenience of one-stop shopping, but should you actually buy everything there? Consumer reporter John Matarese outlines what you should and should not buy so you don't waste your money.
This time of year, shoppers love Home Depot, the #1 home improvement chain in the country, especially with its recent Spring Black Friday deals and now a Spring Cyber Week. But while it's a great place to buy paint, grills, and other summer products, a new report says there are some duds to avoid. Our friends at Consumer Reports magazine have just put together a get it or forget it list for Home Depot. Consumer Reports says the best things to buy at Home Depot include Behr paint, top rated and affordable, Honda and John Deere mowers, Char-Broil grills, and Rigid power tools. But Consumer Reports says some things you may want to avoid include Glidden paint, average at best, the magazine says. HDX paper towels and Home Legend flooring, the lowest scoring brand of floors in Consumer Reports tests. Consumer Reports says if you're shopping for paint at Home Depot, you may want to head straight for their house brand, Behr Premium. It's one of the top-rated paints according to Consumer Reports, and that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries, WPTV News Channel 5.
Right now, storms beginning to clear. A live look at radar, just a few pockets left for now.
And actually on our High 5 camera, starting to see a little bit of blue sky over downtown West Palm Beach, leaving behind some gray skies. Wet roads for the evening commute.
Strong thunderstorms rushed through this day, spawning this small tornado in Belle Glade. We have team coverage on what has been a weather alert day.
And we begin, as always, with Storm Team 5 Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel. Steve.
No reports of any damage with that tornado. It was classed as an EF0, the weakest on the tornado scale. It moved through about 3:05 this afternoon. It actually started as a water spout on Lake Okeechobee and then touched land, which technically makes it a tornado. It didn't last much longer as it moved through Belle Glade. Here's a look at the radar tonight. Our 5 radar sweeps quiet until you get down into around Miami and Fort Lauderdale with heavy rain still in that area. That'll taper off through the evening. We had big rain cells that moved through South County in the last half hour, but because all of this rain is moving so quickly, moving east at almost 30 miles an hour, it is not lasting long, and the last of the showers starting to taper off across Palm Beach County. Just a couple of sprinkles here and there through South County, a little farther north, West Palm, Wellington, Royal Palm, all the way up into the gardens in Jupiter. You can see quiet mid-70s and starting to clear out. Some of us will be able to see the sunset tonight. Little cell has popped over Fort Drum. We'll have to watch that right along the turnpike. Otherwise quiet across the Treasure Coast. We picked up some big rains today. James Whelan's here with me, and he was tracking that. What did we end up with, James?
Thanks a lot, Steve. And yeah, I was watching the radar earlier, too. We had rainfall rates up to 4 inches per hour. So even though those storms are moving very quickly, they still dumped a lot of rain. You see it coming to an end now. So what are the rainfall totals picked up by Doppler radar? Well, it varies on where you were. You got up to 2 inches plus in some areas. Other areas hardly saw anything. You see it on the map there near Boynton, 2 inches or so, but down in the Boca, not quite as much, and up in the Jupiter, not quite as much either. Belle Glade, Pahokee area, over an inch. Treasure Coast, well, you hardly saw anything. This is 24-hour rainfall totals right here. Some of it might have been from last night, but even so, looking at anywhere from an inch to hardly anything. In Vero, just a couple of sprinkles around. Now, if you're sick of the rain, the good news is we're going to decrease the rain chances tomorrow and Saturday as some dry air from the Gulf of Mexico starts to move over the southern part of the state, and that will decrease our rain chances. Our rain chances also decreasing through the evening. Here's the hour by hour. Just a stray shower or two. We're going to keep that in the forecast, as Steve just showed you, that shower up towards Fort Drum. So we'll keep that in there through about 9 o'clock or so, and then we'll become partly cloudy. Steve?
Looks good. Later this evening, we're keeping an eye on the radar. Of course, I'll have you complete forecast for the weekend coming up.
Steve, thanks. And throughout the day, we've been getting you report photos and videos as the storms move through, and we thank you for those. It helps give us a bigger, better picture of what's going on. From those clouds to heavy rain, it's all been caught on camera. If you can safely take a picture or video, send it to us. You can upload it to the U-Report section of the WPTV app or on WPTV.com. A developing story now. Could the digital domain saga finally be coming to an end? The city of Port St. Lucie, we are told, has received a $13 million check for the building. News Channel 5's Charlie Keegan is live in Port St. Lucie with the offer we're told is on the table. Charlie.
This is the building we're talking about here behind me. It has sat empty and blocked off since 2012 when Digital Domain went bankrupt. It now could be turning into a church. Today we learned that Christ Fellowship Church has offered the city of Port St. Lucie $13 million for this property. Now, the whole reason the city built this to begin with was to attract a business here and create jobs and really spark the economy. Now, according to the offer sheet from the church, it plans on spending about $6 million in renovations, which would, of course, generate some money for the city. But the church also indicates that it wants to be tax exempt, which means the city would miss out on about $75,000 in property taxes that first year. A city spokesperson says that selling this property would save the city about $500,000 every year in maintenance costs. That spokesperson also said that any tenant is bound to bring business to town.
If people are there working, a lot of people, those people may be going out for lunch, they may need to buy things or move nearby, so they wanted to look at those kinds of things.
Church is not what it has This location beyond saying it'll be some sort of worship center. Now, the city council has to host 2 public hearings on this before anything can be official. The first is scheduled for Monday. The second is scheduled for May 11th. If everything goes as is, the 2 sides think they can reach an agreement sometime in July. Live in Port St. Lucie, Charlie Keegan, WPTV News Channel 5.
Dashcam video showing the moment an unarmed man is shot by a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy.
Tonight, the video exclusively obtained as part of a joint investigation between the Contact 5 investigators and the Palm Beach Post launches a revealing look at how the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office investigates its own shootings.
And how far the agency is willing to go to protect its deputies. Contact 5 investigator Katie Legrone now with a video that reveals a problematic pattern. Katie?
Kelly, this video is disturbing to watch and is now part of a lawsuit accusing the sheriff's office of unnecessary force. In this 2013 dashcam video, Dontrell Stevens is seen talking on a phone as Deputy Adams Lynn trails him. He gets off his bike with a cell phone in his right hand, walks toward the deputy, and 4 seconds later is shot 4 times. Stevens had nothing in his hand but a cell phone.
He starts backing away from me, and as soon as he's backing away,
moments later, the deputy can be heard on the radio.
I'm like, get on the ground, get on the ground.
Stop what you're doing and comply with us.
That day, Sheriff Rick Bradshaw was on TV.
There's nothing in the rules of engagement that says we have to put our lives in jeopardy to wait to find out what this is and get killed.
But the Contact 5 investigators discovered problems.
I got your back, you know that. I know. Hey, you know that. Yeah, I know.
In a joint investigation with the Palm Beach Post, we'll show you evidence you've never seen until now.
This has gone far beyond giving law enforcement officers the benefit of the doubt.
The pattern we found inside the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office and how this dramatic scene is helping to expose it. 15 years of police shootings culminates into one explosive investigation. What stood out about the county's largest law enforcement agency and what Sheriff Rick Bradshaw is saying about it tonight at 11, only on News Channel 5.
Just in, all aboard Florida and the city of West Palm Beach have reached a deal. According to an email from the city, the agreement clears the way for construction to begin on projects near the downtown station. It includes a residential building and a new access road to the station from Clematis Street. The city commission is expected to vote on this deal Monday.
New at 6, they served their country proudly, and now their country is serving them with a bill. College degrees for nearly 100 veterans at Palm Beach State College are up in the air. The Florida Department of Veteran Affairs says it's not paying for vets in the aeronautical science program until the college upgrades its training. There's a debate about the coursework. News Channel 5's Michelle Casada talked to several students who, caught in the red tape, could be paying thousands of dollars out of pocket if it's not all fixed.
Veterans in the program take classes at the college and train to fly here at the Palm Beach County Park Airport. Most of them moved from out of state for this program. The GI Bill covers this semester, but after that, there are about 100 veterans who don't know how they'll pay for tuition.
Out of the engine. Check in for oil, gas.
After 4.5 years in the U.S. Marine Corps, Chastity Combs wanted to pursue her dream.
The reason I got out was to go to school and to do the helicopter pilot program.
She uprooted her family from Arizona to go to aviation school at Palm Beach State College.
I'm just counting on this program to come through for me.
But just this week, the State Department of Veterans Affairs pulled their funding after an audit. The school says the VA wants them to upgrade the aviation training program.
We are working closely with the VA on this regulation and trying to make sure that we are compliant and actually update our program to a Part 141.
Palm Beach State College has until fall to change out its curriculum. That means Benjamin Samples will be forced to pay thousands of dollars out of pocket for summer classes.
I'm already working full time to keep a house and keep food on the table. So it becomes a question of this 2-year program, does it now take 4 years? Is that how it's going to work?
If the problem doesn't get resolved, those in mid-course could shell out up to $115,000 to get their degree.
It's a lot of money to come up with.
The Florida Department of Veterans Affairs says they're just following orders from the federal government. For these veterans, it means not getting what they feel was promised.
The reason that I would join the military would be for educational benefits, and for them to take them away like that, it's just right from out from underneath us, it hurts.
The college says they're hoping to get this issue resolved by next week. Right now, those veterans affected should meet one-on-one with financial aid. They will also be receiving a call within the next 48 hours from the school. We have reached out to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs and have not received a response. Reporting live in Lantana, Michelle Quesada, WPTV News Channel 5.
It is a weather alert day. The stormy weather making for a soggy and slow commute. Storm Team 5 meteorologists are tracking the rain. They'll be back in just a few moments. But speaking of commutes, this is not where you want to be right now. That is I-95 and Glades Road, bumper-to-bumper traffic in the Boca Raton area.
And all the rain we've seen impacting Lake Okeechobee when the Army Corps of Engineers says we can see more water discharged into the St. Lucie estuary. That's going to resume because the rain is upon us.
Rubenstein Law got $500,000 for a client who hurt their neck and back.
When you need an attorney, call Rubenstein Law.
I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein. Call me. I want to be your attorney.
Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Spring is here, and St. Lucie Battery and Tire is celebrating with incredible deals for you. For a limited time, get $10 off of an oil change. Save $80 on a set of 4 in-stock tires, any major brand. And take advantage of our $99 brake special, including OEM quality pads and disc turning. Visit slbt.com to print your spring coupon today and take it to one of our many convenient locations. St. Lucie Battery and Tire, home of honest, reliable service.
While others go in circles and repeat themselves, we choose to carve our own path in the pursuit of exhilaration. The 306 horsepower Lexus GS. Experience the next level of performance, and there's no going back. Lease the 2015 GS 350F Sport with complimentary navigation system for these terms. See your Lexus dealer.
Johnny, what are you pointing at? 3,500 vehicles that gotta go at Arrigo during the award season event. Get Grand Slam savings on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Rams. Up to $14,000 off MSRP. Get the low price that's made Arrigo the #1 volume dealer in Florida for 12 years in a row. Plus, our banks want to say, yes, you're approved. I bet you can't hit my loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop. Oops. You better get your checkbook out. That's gonna be a lot of TVs to repair. You gotta go Arrigo. West Palm, Fort Pierce, Sawgrass.
The incredible Rooms to Go spring sale starts at 10 a.m. Saturday, April 25th. And for 10 days only, take advantage of amazing once-a-season store-wide sale prices designed to clear the way for new styles. Get huge savings on hundreds of special clearance items, irresistible sale prices on Cindy Crawford Home, the Sofia Vergara collection, and Ultimate TV packages. Plus, finance interest-free until January 2018. Again, the Rooms to Go spring sale starts at 10 a.m. Saturday, April 25th.
You're driving along and then it happens. You get hurt in a car accident.
Rubenstein Law starts working on your accident case the minute you call. Now that's fast.
I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein. Call me. I want to be your attorney.
Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Strong storms spawning a small tornado near Belle Glade today.
Many of you grabbed your phones and sent us some video. News Channel 5's Jason Hackett is live in Belle Glade with more now. Jason?
Kelly and Michael, we only have a light rain that's kind of falling on and off right now. Other than that, it's blue skies and sunshine here in Belle Glade. A few hours ago, though, it was a much different story. We're told right out there in that field, just about a mile away, is where that tornado touched down. As you guys mentioned, viewers sent in tons and tons of video and pictures. Here's a look at some of those pictures and some of that amazing video. The National Weather Service confirms that the tornado did indeed touch down here in Belle Glade at around 2:44 p.m. It came on shore as a water spout just northwest of here. They're classifying it as an EF0 that lasted about 3 minutes long. Even though it wasn't a very strong tornado, it was still quite the sight, as these videos show. We spoke to one man, Scott Manning. He was here at Everglades Farm Equipment Store when he saw what was going on in the sky. Here's a look at what he had to say.
A funnel cloud formed in the sky and it touched down over in that area. When it touched down, it sucked up a lot of dirt and dust and everything. But by the time I saw it, it was starting to dissipate. But about that time, the lightning started cracking around the place. Everyone's diving for cover.
Now, don't let that Australian accent fool you. Scott's been here for about 25 years. He said nobody really ran away during that tornado because it was so small and so far away. Now, the National Weather Service tells us that no damage was reported here on the ground. However, we were driving around the city. We saw a few windswept crops out there in that field, so it remains to be seen what damage some of the farmers and growers took on out here. That's all we have for now. Live in Belle Glade, Jason Hackett, WPTV News Channel 5.
New at 6, after a 3-week break, discharges from Lake Okeechobee into the St. Lucie River will resume tomorrow. The Army Corps of Engineers says the lake level has stopped falling. A lot of rain in Kissimmee River Basin flows from north to south into the big lake, and all that because of the recent rain we've been getting. So right now, the lake at 13 feet, 8 1/4 inches. They worry about more rain down the way in a swollen lake and an aging dike. So the Corps like the lake at 12 feet 6 inches by June 1st, the start typically of rainy season, so more discharges on the way. A local animal shelter says it is filled to the brim. Coming up the unique way they're trying to have these dogs adopted fast.
It turned out to be a wild day of weather, especially in Palm Beach County and the southern areas of the Treasure Coast. Still some rain on the radar, but nothing too significant. I'll have your forecast into the weekend. We're going to talk about the heat coming up.
Plus, the 2 local restaurants named the best in the nation.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
It's time to rock out with your spring out at Palm Beach Toyota and get behind the wheel of a brand new Toyota Corolla for just $99 a month and with an additional year of no charge maintenance. Swing into Palm Beach Toyota to rock out with your spring out.
Hi, I'm Laurel Sauer. Pre-planning your arrangements for a memorial is a genuine act of love and relieves your family from having to make difficult decisions at such a stressful time. The Gardens Memorial Park and Cemetery is elegantly designed with a warm and comfortable feeling, serving people of all faiths, offering both indoor and outdoor options. The Gardens offers affordable pricing and financing to suit everyone's needs. Your loved ones will truly appreciate your decision to plan your arrangements in advance.
This is what you might find at their new car sale. And this is what you'll find at AutoNation. When it comes to sale prices, we don't clown around.
The AutoNation Savings Event has been extended. Get new Silverados, up to $12,000 off MSRP. Or new Equinox, $169 a month. Sign and drive. Who you gonna call? AutoNation! AutoNation Chevy has 6 South Florida locations.
The fact is, most people paid less at AutoNation.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Spring is here. Get out and drive during the Spring Luxury Sales Event at Bremen Audi. Get the biggest spring savings on every new Audi in stock. Hundreds to choose from. The best selection of new 2015 Audis from just $179 a month. Plus financing as low as 0.9%. This spring, drive from as low as $179 a month during the Spring Luxury Sales Event at Bremen Audi, West Palm Beach. Bremen Audi, you've arrived.
It's time to rock out with your spring out at Palm Beach Toyota and get behind the wheel of a brand new Toyota Corolla for just $99 a month and with an additional year of no charge maintenance. Swing into Palm Beach Toyota to rock out with your spring out.
A Lake Worth man was sentenced to 18 months in prison today for having obscene material involving a minor. Douglas Westcott, arrested in 2014, someone who was living with Westcott at the time, say they found obscene material, and when police arrived to arrest him, they also reported finding more than 80 dead cats in freezers.
Right now, police are searching for a man, John Jones. He's an inmate. Officials say he escaped from a correctional facility yesterday in West Palm Beach. Jones has a long criminal record, mainly car theft. If you have seen him, you're urged to call 911.
The number of dogs being dropped off at Palm Beach County's Animal Care and Control on the rise, in fact, tripling in the past month. The shelter's filled to capacity, and now the organizers are looking for ways to have the dogs adopted out quickly. News Channel 5's Tanya Rogers has more on the new steps being taken to convince people to take the dogs home.
5-year-old Stella plays in the kiddie pool. It's a play date for her and other dogs at Animal Care and Control.
It's an enrichment program we've started here at the shelter.
But the play groups are not just for fun. They're to socialize the dogs and make them more adoptable. With the pace of the dogs coming in, they need the ones here to be adopted quickly.
Our intake is typically about 40 animals a day between dogs and cats. For the last couple weeks, our intake seems to be up a little bit. We've been averaging about 70 dogs on our adoption kennel. And again, that's just one kennel out of the 3 we have here.
ACC says more pet owners are surrendering their animals or abandoning them. Animal Care and Control says that some of the dogs that are not adopted could end up being euthanized, and that would include some of the older dogs like Jinx, who is 9 years old.
We're going to reach out to adopters, fosters, rescue groups, but at the end, if there's nobody to come step up for that animal, euthanization is our only option right now, and we're hoping to change that.
One of the organizations offering to help is Big Dog Ranch Rescue. Today, they picked up about a dozen dogs to foster and eventually get them adopted.
It's a community problem, and we need the community to help solve it.
Tanya Rogers, WPTV News Channel 5.
New information on a story we brought you yesterday. A Boynton Beach teacher's plea to the community to help her send her students to prom. It's getting a lot of reaction on social media with hundreds of shares and comments. Teacher Christine Bassard says she's overwhelmed with the response, receiving more than 200 emails since our story first aired. One man even offered to take it one step further and attend Juwan Gibson's graduation. He is the teenager who said he has no one to graduate for except for his supportive teacher, Mrs. Bassard.
Well, that story really tugged at my heartstrings. That's glad to hear that new ending. 2 Palm Beach County restaurants are getting high marks, being named the top 100 hotspot restaurants in America. Palm Beach's and Delray Beach's El Camino Mexican Soul Food and Tequila Bar made the list by restaurant reservation site OpenTable. It says it compiled the list from more than 5 million restaurant reviews. Congrats.
Try getting a restaurant reservation at those places now. Going to be tough. All right, weather alert day is coming to an end. We had some wild weather earlier this afternoon and right into 4 and 5 o'clock, but pretty much quiet on the radar. Couple of lone showers on the Treasure Coast and Palm Beach County. The bigger rains have moved to the south now and looking good through the evening. Here's a look at the current temperatures, low to mid 70s. We hit mid 80s officially this afternoon, 85 actually. And just these quick moving showers around Belglade. A confirmed tornado touchdown about 3:05 in the Belglade area. And that was an EF0, the weakest on the tornado scale. No reports of any damage, but they started off as a water spout over the lake and then moved on shore. And once it touches land, it technically becomes a tornado. And that's what it did earlier this afternoon. All right, current temperatures, as I said, are in the 70s, looking nice on the Treasure Coast. Little lone rain cell right along the turnpike that's trying to work into Fort Pierce. If it holds together, a little bit of evening rain, but nothing too significant. So we pretty much checked off all the boxes for today for our weather threats. Lots of lightning. We had a tornado and numerous cells that had some rotation with them. Wind gusts. We had a 62-mile-an-hour wind gust in the Pahokee area earlier today. No reports of any hail, and we had some minor street flooding up and down the coast. Tonight, chance for a shower through 7 and 8 o'clock. Mostly cloudy, starting to clear out though. Starry sky after midnight. We also have the Leard meteor shower taking place tonight. Peaked last night, but you can still see a shooting star too the nights before and after, so you may see that. Best viewing after midnight and look toward the southeast. Clearing late tonight. There's 2:30 in the morning, looking good. This model, the Vipercast model, wants to pop up a little morning shower. Nothing too dramatic. Into the afternoon, looking good. And this model also keeps our rain chances low tomorrow. I do think we'll see an isolated shower or thunderstorm, but nothing like what we saw today. Wave heights, 1 to 2 feet. And again, Friday, not too bad. A shower possible, 1 to 3, light chop. Northwest winds tomorrow. Northwest wind in late April. That's a little unusual. Northwest at 5 to 10. 70 overnight. A rain coming to an end quickly. Clearing later this evening. 88 tomorrow. Sunny, warm, and an isolated shower storm. As I said, nothing like today. And the 7-day forecast. Summer heat returns Saturday and Sunday. And yes, that cold front is still on the horizon for next Wednesday and next Thursday. We drop about 5 to 8 degrees for Thursday. We finally get to where we should be this time of year for our daytime highs a week from today.
Steve, thanks. How would you like to help name some of Pluto's geographical features? 3 billion mile trip and you could do it. No. Now's your chance, but you do have to act fast. NASA's New Horizons project expected to make history with the first flyby of Pluto in July, and NASA needs your help to name the mountains and craters found on the planet. There's been a debate. Is it planet, part of the solar system? Yes, no. You've heard that going on. Last month, NASA announced it was accepting ideas for the names. They received more than 40,000. Now they need your help narrowing them. The catch, tomorrow's the last day to vote. We're just finding out about this. NASA saying help. So we've posted a link for all you astronomy buffs. I'll be heading there too, to a link on our website, WPTV.com.
And now here's a look at what's coming up tonight on News Channel 5.
Need to be fearful. There are a lot of issues with the sheriff's office.
James has gone and he starts shooting and shooting and shooting.
How could he have been charging someone but got shot in the back?
We need answers. It has everybody concerned.
I woke up in the hospital.
It clearly is not good.
We keep asking ourselves, how do unarmed people get shot?
The public is owed the truth.
An unprecedented one-year investigation. Line of Fire. Tonight at 11.
The all-new, completely redesigned 2015 Toyota Camry. Now at Best Mid Toyota. 15% off and backed by our lifetime warranty at Best Mid Toyota.
The Honda Dream Garage sales event. Get a dream deal on a Civic with standard rear view camera. Now, at your Honda dealer.
Tossing and turning, chances are it's your mattress telling you need better support and pressure relief. Visit City Mattress today, where you'll find 80 comforts at the guaranteed lowest prices and professionals who really care about your comfort. Only at City Mattress.
Johnny, why are you dressed like that? Pardon the dust, Jimmy, but you heard the news. We got Alfa Romeo. I'm out there building the all-new state-of-the-art Arrigo Alfa Romeo Fiat store. Johnny, let the professionals do that. We need to sell all these Fiats and get them out of the way. While the building's going up, prices are going down. Like a 2015 Fiat 500 for $189 a month. Sign and drive.
And remaining 2014 Fiats up to $6,000 off MSRP.
Hey, Jimmy, where's my office? Right where it always is, next to the bathroom.
Buildings going up, prices going down at Arrigo Alfa Romeo Fiat, West Palm.
You deserve nothing less than the best. You deserve Mercedes-Benz of Del Rey, where you get the best for less than you'd expect. Like a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300 for $339 a month. Or a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz E350 Sports Sedan, $439 a month. Only at Mercedes-Benz of Del Rey. Get the best for less than you'd expect. MercedesFLA.com.
Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go. It's the final week of Tire Kingdom's Spring Savings Event. Buy 4 select in-stock Cooper tires. Get $100 off instantly. Only at Tire Kingdom Service Centers.
Get to Best Mid Toyota today and get 15% off the all-new, completely redesigned 2015 Camry. That's right, get 15% off any new Camry in stock at Best Mid Toyota. Plus, they're all backed by our nationwide lifetime warranty at Best Mid Toyota.
The all-new Brayman Audi, opening May 2015.
All right, the rain is coming to an end. We'll see sunshine tomorrow with a slight chance for a few showers of storms. Saturday and Sunday, we're talking summer heat, mid to low 90s for daytime highs.
Wow. Happy birthday, YouTube. Believe it or not, the video sharing website is 10 years old today, and it all started with this clip.
All right, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really, really, really long trunks.
Riveting. I can see why this is so successful now. This clip, titled Me at the Zoo, 18 seconds long, the site's very first video, was posted by the co-founder of YouTube. Now YouTube has over 1 billion users with 300 hours of video uploaded to the site every minute.
Unbelievable. Years from now, somebody will dig that up. So wow.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. NBC Nightly News is next.
It's time. Time you knew that Motor Trend's 2015 Car of the Year isn't Toyota or Honda. It's Volkswagen. Time you experience how Volkswagen raised the bar. And now is the time to act. Get affordable German engineering in a new Jetta for just $139 a month or zero down. Lease the new Passat for only $169 a month or zero down. Or buy either with 0% for 72 months. Plus, get $1,000 cash back. It's time you made the switch to a Volkswagen.
At Brayman Honda, you always get the bottom line. No extra fees, no extra charges. Brayman Honda always gives you the low Honda price out the door. How do I know? Because Brayman is the Palm Beach's #1 Honda dealer 10 years in a row. And General Manager Mike Rodriguez is dedicated to your satisfaction. How do I know that? Because he's my dad. Your low Honda price out the door. That's the Brayman Honda bottom line.
Are you suffering from frequent yeast infections? Tired of dealing with the itching, burning, and irritation? Doctors in our area are conducting a clinical research study evaluating the safety and effectiveness of an investigational oral medication designed to prevent these frequent yeast infections. Qualified participants will receive study-related exams and study medication at no charge. To learn more, please call 866-460-2836 or visit yeastinfectionstudy.com.
You guys, I think she's here. She's here.
Is that her?
No, Valerie said she's driving a Buick.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow.
This is
nice.
Now current